What is going on today, beautiful people? Welcome back to the third video of the 4-video series for beginners, man. In today's video, we are going to talk about different fishing techniques, some of my favorite ways to fish, and I'm gonna show you how to pretty much set it up and rig it up. So the first thing we're going to talk about today is going to be Texas rig. Like, you can't be a bass fisherman and not know what a Texas rig is. It's like the most famous or common way to fish things like this, soft plastic baits. And so I'm going to show you how to actually rig this up. This is just a little standard 3/0 straight shank hook. They have different ones. They have ones that are straight like this. I don't even know if I have anymore. Yeah, I actually don't have anymore, but there also have some that are shaped like this right here. I mean, without this, imagine it without this weight on there. But this is more for like swim baits and things like that. That's another technique you can use too. But yeah, they have different kinds. I always, for the most part, use the straight hooks like this. I don't know why, it's just I like those hooks better. But I'm going to show you how to rig this thing up. Okay, so the bottom of the bait, as you guys can see, that's the top of the bait, and this is the bottom of the bait. Okay, so when you got the bottom of the bait, that's the part that's going to be on the bottom. So what you're going to do is the bottom of the bait, you're going to actually take that, and it's going to be facing your hook point. So this is the bottom of the bait right here, spinning around, and it's facing this way. So all you're gonna do is you're gonna put the tip of the hook in the tip of the bait. I mean, not deep in the bait, but literally just a couple, I don't know. I hope you guys can see that, just a little bit. And you're gonna push it all the way up on the hook. And then when you get right here, you're gonna twist. And it should lay flat, just like that. And so what you do is you take your bait and you see the part that's right here, the part that curves. Wherever that part curves at, that's where you're going to stick that in the bait at. So go back here, and that's your Texas rig. And you see how the hook is exposed a little bit? All you're going to do is push your soft plastic up and then slide it back down onto the hook. And now it is weedless. That is perfectly weedless right there. You can throw it in cover. You can throw it in vegetation, all kinds of things. And I normally fish mine with like 1/8 ounce weight or 3/16 weight. Looks like the tungsten weight. I believe this is 3/16, but I'm fishing shallow water, so I use lighter baits. But that is your Texas rig right there. The next thing we're going to talk about is the neg rig. We're going to get into the more finesse way of fishing. I'm throwing this type of rig on my spinning combo. I'm throwing this Ned rig when the bite is tough. So when you're having trouble catching fish, or even if it's cold outside, like in the wintertime and things like that, the Ned rig catches fish. And I actually have a video of me catching fish in the wintertime. It's the only thing these fish would bite. So I'm gonna show you guys how to rig this up. This is the Ned Fry by 6 cents. It's 4.6 inches. Now this is a big Ned rig bait, but majority of the time, the baits that you're gonna use for Ned rigs are a whole lot smaller. But this, instead of twisting, you literally just put the hook in there, and you just put the plastic, guide it all the way along the hook, and like you'll know when to pop out. And all you do is push it up on the hook, just like that. And that's your Ned rig. That's what your Ned rig is gonna look like. And this is actually what it looks like on the bottom. You got this, your little head. This be flat on the bottom, and your worm moves a lot, just like this in the water. Fish cannot resist this. It's something that I've actually gotten away from, because majority of the places I'm fishing right now have a ton of grass. And this is not weedless at all. I believe they make weedless Ned rigs, but I don't have any. So This is your standard Ned rig. It catches a lot of fish. You don't always catch big fish using this technique. I mean, maybe if you're using a big worm like I have, but it catches a lot of fish. It's a numbers thing when it comes to a Ned rig. So the next thing we're going to talk about is wacky rig, and it is another finesse setup. This right here is a wacky rig hook, but this is weedless. You see how it got the little bar in front of it? They make those for Ned rigs as well. But like I said, I fish a lot of grass, so if I do throw this, I'm throwing a weedless one. And this is just a clout worm, 5.4 inch. Just a regular stick bait little worm. All you do with this is you hook it literally in the middle of the bait. That's all you do. Hook it in the middle, and I would close that back up, make it weedless, and that's wacky rig right there. Now I could have done a better job of hooking it in the middle, but all you do, this right here, all you do is throw it out there and pop it, and in the water it flutters like just like this. Fish cannot resist this. This is another finesse way of fishing. Catches a lot of fish, and to get those finicky fish, those fish that are hard to catch, it gets those fish to bite. And it's similar to the Ned rig as far as fishing wise. The bait literally does the work for you. You don't have to put a lot of effort into it. You just pop it every now and then, or give it a few shakes or something like that. And the worm and the rig actually does it for you. Another technique is the drop shot, but I actually don't have my spinning gear set up on me. It's in the car, so I couldn't really show you guys how to do this, but I actually do have a video. If you go way back to the bottom, maybe my first 5 videos on my channel, I do show you how to actually tie this and how to use it, and I actually made a video of me catching fish on it. So if you guys interested in the drop shot, it catches a lot of fish too. A majority of these are finesse tactics at catching fish, besides obviously the Texas rig. The Texas rig is just the number one thing I use. I keep a Texas rig on no matter what, and then depending on how the bite go, I'll probably go to wacky rig first, and then Ned rig, and then drop shot. But just to give you guys an idea, you got your line coming from your rod here, and your hook sits up in the water like this with your bait on it, and then you have this weight at the bottom, and like this will be on the bottom, and your weight floats. The weight that you, not the weight, but the hook and the bait that you use, it floats. And they have specific drop shot baits, like they have drop shot on there, so you know, and these float, and so when you pop it, it comes off the bottom, the weight comes off the bottom, and this just does its thing in the water column. Another great finesse way to fish. And so I want to thank you guys for tuning in to episode 3. Have one more episode to release, and that one we're going to actually be out fishing, and I'm gonna just show you guys what I look for when I'm pond fishing to help increase your chances of catching a fish. Because a lot of people go fishing, but they don't really know what they're looking for. They just kind of throw it out there in the deep water, and you know, that's it. They hope and pray for the best. But instead of hoping and praying for the best, you can increase your chances if you know what you're looking for, if you understand where a bass would be given the time of day. And that's something that we're going to talk about in the next video. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, and you guys definitely don't want to miss the last one. We're going to be out catching some fish, and I probably will throw some of these techniques. I'll probably do more of a finesse day and throw some of these finesse baits and finesse your techniques, and I will explain all that stuff to you guys in the next video. So thank you guys for the love and support, and as always, I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.